Hey everyone. So now the standards on Red Menace Productions have dropped. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be having a surf commentary. It's going to be a pretty quick topic because this is the first one that I've done, and it's going to be discussing fucking up and why fucking up is actually a really positive thing that you can do in your life, and how it helps you to grow. A lot of people think fucking up, oh, my life's over. I can't do anything better than this, blah, 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 blah. Now, obviously, this is all fucking proportional to each other. If you have a huge fuck up, like you drive a bus through a primary school, that's a pretty big fuck up. And I don't, like, I'm not saying you should learn through that, but I'm talking about, like, if you're getting into the workforce, right, and you made a little boo boo, if you're young, you don't know how to handle it, it fucking destroys you. And I'll share a story that happened to me when I was really young, and going into my career, and I had a technical role, and one of my first boo-boos was I drilled into a drill press, and I didn't realize at the time I was given a bunch of rails, and I was said, "Oi, Red Menace, we want you to make these clamping fixtures for us." And all it was like 1 inch by 2 inch solid steel with a whole bunch of holes marked in it that were adjustable. So I did it, drilled, 20 mil holes on a drill press, and I think nothing of it. And there was this guy there, short Russian guy, bald, and he says, Red Menace, can I ask you a funny question? And he just walks me over to the drill press and he says, "Did you do that?" And he looks at me and then walks away. And that devastated me, and I cried. There's no shame in admitting that. I was young, and I cried. And there was an older English guy there, fat, tall, lovely guy, and he said, go go to the back and have a cry. That's fine. He was really nice. He was sort of a nurturing person, and I hung around him, a lot because I was getting my feet. It was my second job, but my first in what would become part of my career. And I've always looked back on that moment as something somewhat fondly. Like, yeah, look, is a little bit traumatic, I guess, but it helped shape me when I was young and didn't know anything. And you fuck up, and it destroys you, and then you get older, and you fuck up, and it is less impactful, and you fuck up, and it's less impactful. I've had worse fuck ups since then. I've broken things, I've made mistakes, but it didn't do anything for me because I had that experience. And it allowed me to mature. It allowed me to understand it's not the end of the world. It allowed me to grow and realize, what do I not do? How do I prevent this? How do I work safe in the workplace? And how can I transfer these skills to the next generation of people who are coming after you? And that's also another thing I want to hone in. In my profession, I've seen two sides of this. The first side is the side that I had, because I had people give a fuck about me and give me opportunities to learn, to experience different aspects of my career, to make things, to fuck up. I had people offer jobs. It was really beneficial for me growing up, in growing into my career. And the point of it is that once you get to a position where you can offer that to people, or you're in a position and you sort of take a nurturing role of people. Say there's a noob, no one wants to deal with it, and I don't blame you because noobs can be difficult to deal with. Sometimes they're dumb as fuck, they don't know what they're doing. Sometimes you need to take it upon yourself to help that noob, because once upon a time you were a spring chicken in his position. You didn't know fucking anything about the world, but someone gave a fuck about you, so you give a fuck about this spring chicken and help him out. And that's one of the best things that you can do for someone. because hopefully it happened for you and you can sort of pay it forward in a manner of speaking. Let him fuck up, let him learn that it isn't the end of the world, and that life continues. Just like it did for me. I had my small fuck up, drilling the drill press. I've broken drill bits. I've made mistakes on designs, done things that you shouldn't have. But then you don't know any better, and all of it helps you transform into a better professional, a better person. Helps build confidence, maturity, trust, confidence in your own abilities, as well as other people having confidence in you, and a whole lot more. That's probably the key takeaway. Fuck up. It's good for you. First attempt in learning. Fail. Anyways, that's really all I wanted to talk about. I wanted to share that story, and I wanted to instill that you should fuck up, and you should also help the younger people in your career and nurture them and provide that opportunity to them if you had the opportunity to have it. And even if you didn't, may be the change you want to see in this world. And hopefully they do the same for their next generation. And then the one after that, and then the one after that. Because if you don't, there's no industry. It dies. It dies with you. That's all I want to talk about today. Thank you very much for listening to my story. If you have any similar sorts of stories, I would love to hear them. So please put them in the comment sections. Thank you very much for your time.